have invaded my mind and my body, but there's one thing a Saiyan always keeps.
Hey, what is going on, guys? DbzSim here, coming at you with a new video. This is going to be the final part to the all Ki Blast Ultimates. We're going to be moving on to Strike Ultimates after this. We've already covered all Ki Blast Supers and all Strike Supers in the game. This is going to be the final parts of the Ki Blast Ultimates. Let's get right into it, guys. Starting it off with Crusher Volcano. 292 damage. You can pick it up from PQ 18. It's a medium speed attack with long range. Cool thing about this attack is it has good tracking. Each one of the shots has pretty good tracking, and there's plenty of shots, so there's definitely a chance for you to hit your opponent, and of course that last shot is gonna do the most damage. So yeah, not a bad ultimate there. Can be helpful in PQs with lots of enemies as well. Next up we got Supernova, 372 damage. You can learn it from having Frieza as your master. It's a slow attack with long range. Of course, if you have Frieza as your mentor and you get the Z assist with this, the damage is going to be crazy. And if you even, I'm pretty sure there's a Z Soul that boosts Supernova as well. So combine those two, you're going to get some really crazy damage. Just your basic ball ultimate, like, you know, Vanishing Ball, Super Spirit Bomb, but it's slower than Super Vanishing Ball. Decent move there, great damage. Moving on to Death Ball, another Frieza move, 222 damage, so less damage. You can pick it up from PQ 22, medium speed attack with long range. Now this move, way better tracking than Supernova and way faster, but it has less damage, of course. This move used to be completely OP with the tracking because it would be almost impossible to dodge it when the game first came out. I know I was getting spammed the shit out of by Super Saiyans using Death Ball, but it's still a decent attack now. It still has pretty good tracking. If you want to spam it, I'm not promoting it, but spamming it for PQs, of course, could be helpful. Not a bad attack there. Moving on to Heat Dome Attack. Probably one of the most useful ultimates in the game. Useless. 286 damage. You can pick it up from PQ 26. Fast attack with short range. Now the thing about this ultimate is it just goes straight up. Now why the hell would you use an ultimate on an enemy that's straight up above you? Trunks has this move on his character, but it makes sense for him to have it because his grab sends your opponent directly above you in the air, and then you can use it right after. But to hit this on an opponent on your created character, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna take some strategy, but if you hit them, it's a cool looking ultimate and does some decent damage. Moving on to Super Electric Strike, another former OP move like Death Ball that has been nerfed. 274 damage. You can pick it up from PQ 25, a medium speed attack with long range. Reason why this used to be so OP was if you hit it once, you could hit it again and again and again, back to back, without your opponent even having time to recover, duck, or get out of the way of the next one. That has since been patched. It's pretty easy to avoid now. Still a cool looking ultimate, still decent damage there. It's not a bad attack. Next up we got Shocking Death Ball. 256 damage. You can get this from wishing for it from Shenron. So you gotta go to Shenron after getting the 7 Dragon Balls and wish for an ultimate attack. I don't know if this is the first or second. Pretty sure it's the first ultimate you get. Medium speed attack with long range. And I'm gonna be honest, the Shenron ultimates are ass. This one and the other one are pretty ass. They're the coolest looking, in my opinion. The coolest looking ultimates for sure, but that's all they are. It's cool looking. Yeah, so you can put it on for style points, but that's all you're getting points for. Pretty bad attack there. Next up we got Dual Destructo Disc, 243 damage. You can pick this up from having Android 18 as your master. Fast attack with long range and great tracking. Now this ultimate, I've been caught by this using my fat mods and lots of times simply because the tracking is really good. It follows you for a really long time. and it's unblockable. Don't try to block Destructo discs or you will get punished. So pretty cool attack there. Not the best damage, but then again, pretty accurate. Next up we got Perfect Kamehameha. Cell's move, 294 damage. Of course, you get it from having Cell as your master. Medium speed attack with long range. This move used to be a little bit OP too, having lots of invincibility frames, which I'm pretty sure are all gone now. This can be broken by a charged heavy attack. There's a Z-Soul to buff this up. The Z-Soul, I believe, if you have it on, you won't be able to take damage, and your guard won't be able to be broken when you have the Z-Soul on and you're using it. So that could be useful, and paired up with having Cell as your mentor, that could be a good setup. Get the Z assist, the extra damage, and invincibility during use. Not a bad move there, pretty good damage. Slower than Super Kamehameha, but more damage. So, depends on what you want. Next up, we got Innocence Breath, 293 damage. You can pick it up from PQ40, and I believe you can buy it from the shop as well, because that's what I remember doing when I got it. I think it's 125,000 points, 125,000 Zenny, which was a big deal to me when I bought it the first time. This move is actually what I used to get past the Bardock mission. I don't know how I got past it with this, but that's what I used. Slow attack with medium range. It can get a lot of enemies, which is probably how I got past the Bardock missions, because I was just swooping the enemies by. Not a bad attack there for PQs. Wouldn't recommend it for PvP, because you're kind of dancing around doing an animation before even using the ultimate. Gives your opponent of a little caution of what's to come. Next up we got Assault Rain. Awesome move. I always loved it when Super Buu did this in the other Dragon Ball Z games. 278 damage. You can pick it up from PQ37. Slow attack with long range. Again, pretty good tracking on this move. It will follow your opponent no matter where they are. The Ki Blast, being shot in the air, will not only go to one direction. If your opponent moves, the blast will move with him. And yeah, a cool combo I found with this is if you use Innocence Cannon, which is a super attack, the one that traps them in a ball, and you send them flying. Use this right after using Innocence Cannon, and they won't be able to escape it. They won't be able to escape the ultimate. So it's guaranteed damage there if you manage to get them in Innocence Cannon. Try out that combo, see how it works for you. Next up we got Super Vanishing Ball. Probably one of my favorite ultimate attacks, simply because, well, let's see here. 371 damage. You can pick it up from PQ38. Fast attack with long range. Now, 371 damage, great damage, fast attack, and has long range, and has decent tracking. Basically, you got the best of the best here. A very well-rounded attack. Probably your best option for PQs. And a great move for PvP as well. If your opponent's out of stamina, they won't be able to escape this move, that's for sure. And has amazing damage as well. I recommend that for any situation. Next up we got Teleporting Vanishing Ball. The mini Super Vanishing Ball. 284 damage. You can pick it up from PQ48. Medium attack with long range, and this move is ass. You're not going to be hitting this move, to be honest. Even if your opponent's not moving, sometimes it won't hit them. I don't know why. It should be teleporting to them, and teleporting's in the name. It should be going right to them, but pretty inaccurate move there. I would just go with a regular Super Vanishing Ball. Yeah. Next up, we got Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack. Of course, you'll need to having Gotenks as your master. 292 damage. Slow attack with long range. This move is pretty much deemed useless now to me. Personally, it used to be a great move because at invincibility frames, you were completely invincible while getting your ghosts out. But now, all ultimates are breakable, and the really long animation for this move basically makes it useless, as anyone can just come up to you, break your guard, and punish you if you even try this. So honestly, this ultimate's basically useless now. I wouldn't recommend this for anything. Yeah, next up we got Maiden Blast, another nerfed move. This used to do crazy damage before, now it only does 186 damage, which is really pathetic. You can get it from having Pan as your master. It's a fast attack with short range. You can do some cool combos with this. If you're a melee and a Ki Blast focused character, well, you don't even have to be melee focused. You can, do a combo, you can knock away combo and they're flying at you. You can hit this. You can toss them in the air, catch them with this. You can just throw some punches at them and use this right after. Nobody will ever expect it. And it's pretty hard to get out of. The only way to get out of it is a very well-timed evasive attack. Although it doesn't do as much damage as it did before, still you can stack up a nice combo with it. Get your opponent's HP down. What do we got next? Ice Cannon. 120 damage, which is very low, but you can pick it up from DLC 2, PQ1, fast attack with short range. Although the damage is really low, it does freeze your opponent for a useless amount of time. Freezes them for like 2 to 3 seconds, which pretty much you don't get anything. You don't have a window to do anything in that much time because you're still doing a little bit of an animation while they're frozen. It's a cool looking attack, and of course, like Maiden Blast, you can throw it in the middle of your melee combos. Yeah, cool attack there. Next up, we got Minus Energy Powerball. This is the other Shenron ultimate you can get from wishing for it from Shenron. 212 damage, slow attack with long range. Yep, again, pretty ass. Both the Shenron ultimates are ass, but they look cool. I mean, look at this thing. It's awesome. You make a huge ass ball, and then you condense it into shit. Yeah, next up we got times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha. Always been the #1 most OP move in all the Dragon Ball Z games, but not in this one. Second highest damage, actually. The #1 damage is still Requiem Ultra Fighting Bomber, which was in the last episode. Last part of the All Ki Blast series. Always been one of my favorite ultimates, Requiem Ultra Fighting Bomber, but times 100 Big Bang Kamehameha does 395 damage. You can pick it up from PQ54, medium speed attack with medium range. I believe if you lock off from your opponent, you can turn the Big Bang. You can turn it in any direction, which can be useful at times. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get around though, but if you do hit your opponent with this, you stack up some serious damage, that's for sure. Next we got Serious Bomb, 342 damage, not bad. You can pick it up from DLC 2, PQ2 and DLC 2. Fast attack with short range. This is like the better version of Maiden Blast and Ice Cannon. It does more... Well, let me take that back actually. It's basically on par with them because of the fact that it barely ever hits. If you guys have tried this move, you know what I mean. When you use it, sometimes the actual ultimate, like the beam that you throw after the punch, doesn't even hit them. Sometimes it just goes right through them. Your opponent rolls out of it. But it does more damage than Maiden Blast and Ice Cannon, and it's one of those fast punching startup Ki Blast. So you can do this in the middle of a combo. If you're lucky enough to get the actual Ki Blast part to hit after that, then you'll stack up some serious damage. Next we got Symphonic Destruction, fucking classic move right here. Everybody was using this move until it got broke. It got breakable. Now you can just fly around this move and break the opponent's stamina and punish them. Before you had to punish them with Special Beam Cannon, which you still can do, but still a really great ultimate. 357 damage. You pick it up from PQ40, fast attack with medium range. Really huge hitbox, so don't be afraid to use it if your opponent's a little bit too much to the left or a little bit too much to the right. Usually it will hit them regardless, which is why it's such a great move. And also, not a lot of evasives can get you out of it, like Angry Shout, stuff like that, where you just do a little bit of explosive, don't actually evade the scene, you'll still be stuck in it, which is cool. Next up, lastly, we got Saiyan Spirit. I had to hop on my female Saiyan to use this attack. No worries though, I did the math, the calculations to get the damage proportional to all the others, so 239 damage. Pick it up from PQ54, fast attack with short range. There are a bunch of Z-Souls that'll help this out. I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 or 3 Z-Souls that buff up the effects of this or have an added bonus when you use this. Really cool looking attack, but it's Saiyans only. And yeah, that's gonna be it for all the Ki Blast ultimates. Get ready for the Strike ultimate, and get ready for some J-Stars videos, guys. I don't know if you guys are J-Stars fans, but soon, very soon, probably my next video is gonna be a combo tutorial for, I'm not going to be doing one character at a time. I'm going to be doing a couple characters at a time. Like, for example, I'm going to be doing the DbzSim characters, the One Piece characters, stuff like that in each separate video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. You guys already know these videos take me the most time to do, which is why I'm slacking sometimes, because it's really tedious. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and peace out, guys.